Hey, what is happening, folks? It is Jimmy G. I figured I would just come to you all right now just to share. I've got a bunch of boxes in. Let me see if I can adjust my camera to show y'all. Those just came in. So I just thought I'd do some unboxing and see what's happening. So come along with me on this journey. Now, if you haven't, I'm new to the live stuff. I usually like to pre-record, but I do have a live show that I do with Billy the Kid called The Forge. It's on Sundays at 9:30. So hopefully y'all could join whenever you can or whatever you may be able to do. That would be great. So just gonna see if anyone pops in, and before I start unboxing this cool stuff. But anyway, what's up, Raz? Thank you for watching and congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. If you're not subscribed to Raziel Kane Reviews and you like to hear an angry Canadian talk about Transformers, then he is your guy. No, actually, he's not angry. He's passionate about his robots. So got my blade here, my good old Wesley Snipes Jr. This is what I'm going to be using. So we'll start with the smallest box first and go from there and see what's in it. So this one's from, of course, they put it on the outside, Jazzwares Vault. So there we go. Looks like it came in great shape. Ace Ventura did not treat this package badly. So we'll see if we can get into this guy here without cutting myself. I probably should lower my camera, but I don't want y'all to see how fat I am. But anyway, there we go. Maybe a little lower. Maybe it won't. Let's see here. There we go. But yeah, there we go. So let's see here. We got another box. Yay! So there we go. Corners, corners. I can corner really well. And oh, I know what this is now. This is from Total Anime. And so if you haven't watched any of my reviews that I've done on Total Anime's figures, they're really amazing figures. I did one on Chainsaw Man, Deku, Yuji Itadori. They're made by the company Jazzwares, and they're like 16 bucks. You can find them at Ross too, even on sale. But they come with a lot of accessories. So Total Anime, which is by Bandai, used to be like my budget, but now I mean not Total Anime, Anime Heroes by Bandai used to be my budget, but now Total Anime. And if this is the one that I think it is, this is going to be freaking amazing. So let's open up this guy here. Let's see here. Oh, that's a premium looking box, folks. This is beautiful. Another box. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's just beautiful. I cannot wait to open this guy up and show it to y'all. Now, if you can anyone guess what anime this is from? I'll give you a hint. It's from an anime from Japan. Just kidding. So I haven't done a review on it so yet, but it's from Tokyo Ghoul, and it's the main character Ken Kaneki. He is half ghoul, half human, and the ghouls are like vampires. They eat people and drink their blood and eat them and all that kind of stuff to get powers. But this is the total anime. This is the Jazzware Vaults one. I wonder if it'll let me just kind of show you. Oh, yeah. Look at that sexiness right there. Beautiful. And let's see, is that Velcroed? No, that's not Velcroed. That's like stuck. I don't want to break into it, but that's a pretty cool picture right there. I'm going to save this for the review, but that's pretty cool. It's limited to 3,500. When it comes in boxes like this is where I kind of have a dilemma because this looks gorgeous and I don't want to like mess it up, break it, bust it, whatever it is. So we'll stick that back in there. If you wonder what it is, go to Jazzware's website and look at their vault. And it's this one right here, but it's a cool looking figure. Trust me, you'll definitely want to take a look at it. And if you're a fan of Tokyo Ghoul, then you're gonna love. Oh, I'm putting it in the wrong box. You're gonna love this figure as well because it's just gorgeous. I could tell you that, and it wasn't bad for the price of it too, as well. And being limited edition, that's a tough. Gonna be like, do I open it or do I not? And you know what? I do. So I do have this one. We'll do a review. Maybe I'll do them both at the same time. So you just let me know if you want to see them both at the same time. Be cool, especially if you're watching this later. Whatever you may want to do. So cool. So let's pop that back down, and let's go on to the next box. I wonder, I wonder where it's from. From Big Bad Toy Store here in the U.S. And so this is we're going from smallest to largest here. Oh look, a box. It's my wife. It's my life. And so let's take a look at what's in this box. As she's watching, she's like, "How much did all this stuff cost?" Uh, so one of the things you'll know about me, I buy to review and I also buy to sell too as well. That's something I do. So we got bubble wrap right there, beautiful bubble wrap on that. So very, very nice. We also got a cool Wolverine figure. I can't find this in stores, and so finally got that there. And then we got a Cowboy Bebop figure, so that's going to be cool. That's by 3-0, so I can't wait to do that one too as well. Awesome Blossom Sauce. And so first of all, since my wife is watching, I do want to thank her because she supports my habits and she supports my passion project here with this channel. So if when you watch me do this, all because of her and her alone. So, but I'm going to try to get her involved. She's probably going to be my social media person that will definitely be helping me like answer any of my like comments on my YouTube videos and things like that. So she's going to help out with that a little bit because I'm starting to get like lots of comments, and it just kind of like I let them stack up. I try my best to answer them as fast as I can, but they just kind of stack up and stack up and stack up. And so yeah, that's what happens on that. So I'm going to try to get her involved in that. And so, yeah, absolutely. And so one of the things I also am looking forward to doing as we get ready to go in the boxes here, everyone is like, just show me what's in the box. Oh, and I didn't really show this off really, really good. So this is my ADD getting back in here. But yeah, it's Spike Spiegel, folks. There he is. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. If you haven't watched Cowboy Bebop, you should, because they're it's an older anime, and it a lot of anime owes its stuff to that. A lot of your futures, it's like a western in space a little bit too as well, not western but gangster, all that kind of stuff. It's just a mixture of it. It's so cool. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I changed up my format on things that I'm doing. So I'm trying to post a pre-recorded video every Tuesday and Thursday. So you'll see those every Tuesday and Thursday of something I'm reviewing, whether it's a Transformer anime figure or superhero figure, whatever it may be. Tuesdays and Thursdays. They may be like very late at night on Tuesdays and Thursdays because I'm not like others where they just have a backlog of stuff recorded. I am very ADD and I kind of do it as I go on that. So which sucks, especially when I go on vacation. Then I'm recording a lot of videos, but it helps afford me to spend time with my family and things like that too as well. But Tuesdays and Thursdays, that's what I got going with regular videos. Um, Sundays, I have my live The Forge with Billy the Kid, Billy the Kid's toy reviews. So if you're not subscribed to him, I encourage you. But that's kind of put on with the Transformers Underground crew, where we just talk Transformers. We talk Transformers and all things Transformers. That's what that is. The next thing I'm working on, and I'm trying to figure out the format for it, is kind of a live show. But on Saturdays with Live with Ultra Megatronus is another thing that I kind of do. But on Fridays, I'm considering doing a live show, maybe for about an hour, but just I want to call it the place to be because I say this is Jimmy G and the place to be, and we just talk about anything. And so whether it's anime, Transformers, whatever it may have my wife on, may have my kids on, all that kind of cool stuff. It'll be very PG, so to speak, on that. So, but that's something I definitely want to do as well. So let's get into the next box. I know some of you are like, Jimmy, shut up. Let's get into the next box. Show me what you got. And so let's take a look on here. I don't know where this one is from. Probably China somewhere. I don't know. I know I had like just a backlog of stuff, and finally it all just kind of started coming in right before vacation too. So let's see here. Packaged very well. And oh yes, this is cool. This is a Soul of Chogokin. So I sold some stuff so I can get this. Um, Soul of Chogokin Daltonius. And if you don't know who this is, I would encourage you to look it up. But this is the Voltron we never got. This is the Voltron that we should have got, but we didn't get because of a translation error. We got this one here. What's in the box? What's up, Carlos? Watching along. Some people watching that normally don't watch. So don't worry, I'm not talking bad things about you. But that's what's in the box. But that's Daltonius. And what happened was in the 80s, he Penny's writing that too as well. The guy who was shopping around for shows saw this Daltonia show in Japan and really wanted it, so he was buying it for the American audience. And when he got back to the American audience, he sent out to them a message, "Hey, send us the show with the lion." And what they got was send us the show with the lions, and that gave us the Go Lion version, the 5 Lion Voltron. And so happy accident that happened, but yes, that's what we got. So on that, so let's take a look and see what's in this box number 3 right here. I hope it's nothing fragile because I just did that. Sounds broken, probably is. So there we go. So let's open her up. I figured my wife would be watching like TikTok videos, but maybe she's like, this is the only way I can watch you and see you. So that's cool. So I do need to go to bed because I do got to get up early in the morning for work. When I say early, it's like 10 o'clock. I mean, 9 o'clock I get up. I work at 10. Yay! My favorite snack, folks. Packing peanuts. They're so delicious. They're great. They're nutritious. You eat a bunch of these, you'll poop a cooler out later on. So that's awesome. But whoever packed this packed it really, really well. They did a good job at that. So let's go into the bubble wrap. The good thing is I don't have to buy a lot of packing paper for stuff that I send out because I get stuff that comes in with it. So I just recycle it, and then the place I work has a lot of like packing stuff that that they let me take too as well. What I can't. Let's see. Why'd you get all excited about that Carlos is watching, but not me, acting like I'm the school principal? I am excited that you're watching, honey. Hopefully, maybe we'll do a live from the cruise ship when we go on our cruise and kind of like just say, hey, what's up to everybody, all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited. Yep, this is MMC's Carnifex, which is AKA not Overlord. Yeah, Overlord or Double Evil. This is the IDW version of it. So really cool masterpiece version. One of the things that you'll find out about me, I've been getting into the Japanese Transformers. On that, Carlos just said remain silent there. I've been getting into the Japanese Transformers, and so just been really loving their shows. And so I've been and the only way to find some of those is get some of them from overseas. So box done. And the bad part is I just cleaned up this downstairs a little bit, a bunch of boxes, and now I'm dirtying it back up with more boxes. And so that's not cool. And then the last thing is from Kicks Generation Toys from CY there and Kicks Generation. So let's take a look at what we got. It says fragile, so it must be Italian. So there we go. Fragile. On that. So let's break out Wesley Snipes and let's open it up. I'm surprised that Penny that you let me keep sharp things because things happen. But anyway, let's see what's in this box. And we open it. Typically, if my kids know that I'm live, they would be down here in a heartbeat, but they are not. Boom. Am I done with this? No, I gotta go to the other side. Too much red tape to go through on that. So, yay! So we got even more packing peanuts. So very nice. I got an invoice. Very nice. Throw that in here. Let's see here. Now, one of the things I appreciate about CY is typically he puts candy in here. Maybe because he knows I'm a fat guy or what, but I'm a little disappointed right now because I don't see any candy. CY, where's my candy? So I need it. It's just bad. Let's see here. What does this say? What did Carlos say? You're a wealth of knowledge, Jimmy. Careful with the rest of your fingers. See you tomorrow. All right. See you later, Carlos. Have a good night, my friend. And yeah, any of you all that are my friends that want to jump on and talk with me, you're more than welcome to. What did I do with my knife? That's the bad thing too, as well, is I don't know what I do with my stuff. Where the heck is my knife? I just had it. Oh, there it is. Right here. Bye, Carlos. Let's see what's in this one. It's a box within a box. The thing you got to do with a box, the very first step is you cut a hole in the box. Then, yeah, that's what you do. So, let's see. And more packing. Oh, CY. You know the fat guy in me really, really loves you. And here I got some candy. There we go. It's bubble gum. It's nutritious. The last time I ordered something from CY, he gave me the rice candy. So this is gum. So he's like, "Hey Jimmy, don't eat this. Just chew it and spit it out." But if you know me, I like to eat gum. And then, oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. Right there. See why you love me, my brother. There we are, the rice candy on that. I don't know if this is gluten-free, Penny, but we can take a look, and I won't eat it. If it is gluten-free, I'll let you have it. But if it's not gluten-free, it's mine. So, and then more packing peanuts, and then we got young Midoriya. Izuku Midoriya. So Midoriya. So any of y'all watch My Hero Academia? Now, if you don't, it's a show that I would encourage you to watch. It's about people that have superpowers, or they're called quirks. Everyone's born with one, and then it's about a kid who does not have one, who ends up and his journey in becoming a hero. And the manga is over. It's sad, and the anime is almost over on that. If you're not watching it, I would encourage you to watch it. You can find it on Crunchyroll, the latest seasons, or you can find some of the older seasons on Netflix and Hulu if you're not watching that. So definitely watch that. So let's see. One last thing in the box with a lot of packing peanuts. I don't know if I can get around the packing peanuts. I'm going to create a mess. I can't let my cats eat the packing peanuts, or it's going to be very, very bad. I can't let them use the packing peanuts either. Please, kitty cats, don't use the packing peanuts. This was something I was saving my shekels for. Oh gosh, packing peanuts everywhere. So I sold a few things to get this, but it's a Fallout T60 armor on this. So that is very, very seen Bono. Watching me transform figures gives you anxiety. It gives me anxiety too. But yeah, the T60 power armor. This is the power armor. One never changes on this. So that's so cool. Can't wait to do a review on that guy. But CY, if you're not shopping from Kicks Generation Toys, you should. But that is all that is in the boxes. And yeah, well, wielding a knife. Yeah, you held. There we go. I'm gonna shut this knife now, so that way I don't hurt anybody. Keep the world safe on that. But those are a few things. So be on the lookout for future reviews on all of this stuff. Fallout, as my wife knows, and as all y'all know, is one of my favorite games of all time. It was even to the point when I was a youth minister for 15 years, we named our youth group Fallout. And so it was that it just is the coolest game about just kind of World War II. And there was a time where my wife's like, "What are you doing?" "I'm playing Fallout." And so she's like, "I'm going to bed," and all that kind of stuff too as well. But gosh, that's going to be exciting to kind of mess with on that. So the one that I'm excited about the most, besides the T60 armor, I honestly think it's going to be the Midoriya action figure, because it's him in his almost like his vigilante outfit. So that looks really, really cool. And I love figure arts figures because they're very posable and they look very animation accurate. But I love all my kids equally, which is my toys and my kids. I do love all my kids equally. But it was good for my wife to be on here. She's my first wife, by the way, and so my only wife too as well. But we're excited. In a couple weeks, we are going on a cruise. We're going to the Bahamas, and so there's no Transformers in the Bahamas, unfortunately. But there is plenty of food for me to eat. And then we're going to go to Disney, so I can't wait. Hopefully, we can take you guys along in Galaxy's Edge to show you around in that too, as well. Star Wars is one of my loves too, as well. But Star Wars has been very polarizing lately, for especially my review. Fallout is awesome. It's the music for me. Oh yeah, the 40s music and the 50s music. I love the friggin' music from Fallout. Uh, but um, but yeah, this Star Wars has been polarizing lately. You know, some people love it or hate it. I mean, you're messing with some people's childhood belief systems and all that kind of stuff. But any of y'all seen Skeleton Crew? That's one I haven't seen yet. I need to watch that. That's something that's on my list to watch on that. So tell me, like if when I go to Disney, what food should I eat? When are you doing a review for the Robotech pickup from a couple weeks? It's probably going to happen this week sometime. Hopefully this week I can do the review of that Robotech thing I got from Utopia Toys because I definitely want to give a shout out to John and them. They're really, really awesome folks. I call them my sponsors, even though I don't get paid from them anything or I don't get discounts or anything. I just think they're really, really great people. Utopia Toys and Models here in Knoxville, Tennessee. If you're ever at a convention, just about any convention, they're there. You just got to look for them on that. So, but yeah, any convention, they're going to be there. They sell Gundam, anime, action figures, Bandai, all sorts of stuff. I'm trying to get them into buying third-party Transformers and that kind of good stuff. So they barely have any Transformers. The only thing they have is a couple like Transformers Legacy figures, but I'm trying to get John and them into third party Transformers because I think that's where it's at. I think, the more people that can discover third party Transformers, the better it is because they'll learn about a new world. Like when I learned about it, it's been freaking awesome playing around with that. So, but yeah, what are y'all most excited about seeing? Just let me know, and maybe I'll bump that ahead of everything. Because as y'all know, I don't have pre-recorded videos. They're all fresh when they come live off of my camera right here. This guy right here. So whatever y'all are excited about seeing, that's what I'll kind of do and that's just the way my ADD brain works. Is I'll pick something, I'll be go, oh, that's cool. Now, here's the deal. Sometimes if I need to put a video out pretty quickly, it's not going to be a Transformers video. It's going to be probably an anime figure or a superhero figure because as Zane Bono knows, Transformers, I can break them, I can mess them up, but they do take a long time. So, but that's just me. My Little Ponies. I don't have any My Little Ponies. I need some My Little Ponies. So Penny, for my birthday, whatever, if you find like a Ghostbusters, Transformers, Dungeons and Dragons, My Little Ponies, then I will do those. Now, if you just get me a Rainbow Bright My Little Pony, I'll probably do that as well because I did love the My Little Ponies Transformers crossover comic book. I thought it was freaking amazing. If you haven't read it, it is one of my favorite storylines in there. So cool. But yeah, so yeah, preach it. Third party, woot woot. I do believe in that too as well. But yeah, that's everything that's in the box, and I took up 24 minutes talking a lot. And that's something I do have. I do have the gift of gab. I can talk a lot. Uh, I don't have the Transform My Little Pony. I used it for a giveaway. So I need that one back again. Um, is it my first time in the Bahamas? It is not. I could tell you in Nassau, the best thing to do when you get off the cruise ship is just to get back on the cruise ship and just enjoy it. No, I'm just kidding. My wife and I, we do love going out and just kind of just exploring. The only thing I hate is they're very aggressive. Like I saw them trying to braid hair for a bald guy, just saying, "Hey, we'll braid your hair," and he's like, "I have none." But they're very, very aggressive. You got to be very careful. Just stay to the public streets. I'd love to go to the Atlantis thing, but it's very, very expensive. But I heard there's a trick that you can buy one night at the Comfort Inn that's next door to it, and you get day passes to Atlantis, and it's so much cheaper. And so you just go in, you go check in, and then you check back out, and you get your day pass, and you go. So I don't know if that Comfort Inn actually has anybody that stays at it. But yes, I have been to the Bahamas. Now, my favorite Bahama, I've been to Nassau, I've been to the Grand Bahamas, and I've been to Bimini. And Bimini has to have been my favorite of the islands. And here's the reason why: it's only about a mile long. You rent a go-kart, not a go-kart, that would be fun. You rent a golf cart. And so we rented a golf cart, and we must have just drove that island back and forth, back and forth. The guy who rented it to us was like, "Man, I just saw y'all just zipping by." And so we would go to one end of the island, we went to the other. It kind of was a little sketchy in the morning. We went to this one part, and we're like, "Oh, it's so beautiful." But then this car pulled up to us, and it's just like, kind of with that look of like, "What are y'all doing in our space?" And so they kind of ran us off, and so we left. Then we came back, and there was like 50 people there. But Bimini. If you haven't been there, it's a really gorgeous island. And if you haven't been on a cruise, I would encourage you. I do mainly Royal Caribbean. I haven't done any other cruise line. My wife has done Carnival. So Penny, if you're still watching, which do you prefer, Carnival or Royal Caribbean? She will let you know on that, and I guarantee I know the answer to that one. But she is still trying to get me to go to an all-inclusive resort. I've never been to one of those yet either, as well. So that's something that's on our list to do on those things. But yeah, excited about that. Royal Caribbean has a private island that we're going to go to, and that's really amazing. They have these amazing chicken sandwiches. See, there it is. Penny's like, Royal. Royal is the way to go. Loyal to Royal. That's what we are on that. And the way I got started cruising, my wife went on her first one several years ago, the Carnival Paradise, I think it was, out of Tampa. And then she says, "Hey, we got to do cruising." And so yeah, you'll never see a hive of what's the line? You'll never see a a, a better hive of scum and villainy or whatever. So yeah, Han shot first there in Nassau. Thank you for that laugh there, Zane Bono. Uh, but um, but yeah, I surprised my wife with well, I didn't surprise her. She figured it out with a cruise for our 10-year anniversary. Was it our 10-year or was it our 20-year? No, it was our 20-year anniversary. I've been married. We'll be married. Golly, we'll have been married 30 years in 2 years in 2027. So that is crazy. And some of y'all may ask, what's the secret to a long marriage? Is apologizing and a comfortable couch. So that way, when you do something bad, you have somewhere really nice to sleep for at least 1 or 2 days. No, I'm just kidding. Don't go to bed mad. That's what I would say. All that. But yeah, I was going to take her to a Disney cruise. I have yet to be on a Disney cruise. I'm a huge Disney fan. We used to own their vacation club, but I have yet to go on because when we looked, it was like for a 4-night Disney cruise interior room. I was able to get a 7-night on Royal Caribbean's, one of their big Oasis class ships, balcony room for cheaper, almost like a third cheaper. Is crazy. And so we've yet to, now, not saying I'll never go on a Disney cruise. I still want to do one, just don't have the money for it. Hint, hint, maybe if I start like a travel vlog, maybe I can get on it. So, but I still want to do that sometime. Like I have an idea for a channel called Our Global Adventure, since my last name is Global. And it's kind of a play on global. And then I also have a food review one that I want to do because I love gas station food. I will eat gas station food till the cows come home. Is The one thing that I would love to do one is called Jimmy's Got Gas, and just my review on different gas station foods. What's up, Megatronus? So that's it with the military visit from the captain. So, but yeah, that's all the stuff I got. And so boxes are coming, boxes go. My wife knows it's kind of a regular occurrence for boxes and stuff like that. Uh, Head to Aruba. I have never been to Aruba. Is that on the West Coast or is that Aruba, Jamaica? No, it has to be on the East Coast, right? Because the Beach Boy song, "Ooh, I wanna take you." Now we live in the Caribbean. Like our house is on Barbados Lane, and the entire subdivision is named after Caribbean islands. So uh All right, go to bed, Mugatronus. Sweet dreams. Tuck yourself in. All that good stuff. But yeah, I'd love to go to Aruba. I think one of my favorite ports though has to be St. Thomas. Has been one of my favorite ports that we went to. With Megan's Bay, seeing Blackbeard's Castle, it was just gorgeous. And this is what I really loved about St. Thomas. You didn't really get the peddlers on that. Penny, you should come down here and be on here with me. So, I mean, I know you're just commenting and stuff like that. You should be down here. We're talking cruise stuff. So in the Caribbean. And you know, what's interesting is like in the Bahamas, I love key lime pie. And at Key West, they have some great pie. And I think it was like $5 a slice. And then Nassau, it was like I think $6. And then in St. Thomas, it was about 5.25, and the reason why I tell you that because that is the pie rates in the Caribbean. So, everyone's like, Jimmy, just get off. But no, that's sorry, but I do love key lime pie on that. So, but yeah, St. Thomas was beautiful. They don't have any panhandlers or anything like that. That was so great. The second one I really loved was St. Martin. Now introducing special guest Mick Foley. Is Mick Foley coming down? That would be awesome. Actually, it's funny. My wife wears this plaid jacket. She says, I look like Mick Foley in that. And I was like, no, you don't, honey. Not mankind. But it's funny. It is. She sometimes no, definitely. In Aruba, no peddlers. I don't like that. St. Martin, we took an island tour and they took us to a beach. I forgot what beach it was called. But it basically, I'm trying to move these boxes out of the way just in case I do have visitors. So that way we can talk a little bit more. Just got rid of a bunch of boxes and they keep pulling me back in on that. So look at, here she comes, my hero. And here comes my other one, my daughter. Everyone knows Katie Sue and the Place for You. And here's why she says she looks like Mick Foley. So there we go. So
still have my sleeves though. He's usually pulls his sleeves.
What's up? I love you. I know. With Katie, we got to do another vlog sometime. So we do have like YOLO Park figures that we're gonna do as a family. Legos. We have the Lego cat.
I have Legos.
Yeah. So here's the thing about Legos. I love getting them. I don't love building them. My wife loves building them, and she's the kind of person that will organize every piece by color and by size, and by bag. And so she'll go bag one. There's all the white pieces, the black pieces, the red pieces. I'm just kind of guy that just kind of puts it together and I say help at the end of it.
Yeah.
On that. So, but she's the reason why I get to do all this stuff. She lets me. So she's the wind beneath my wings.
You never asked permission. What are you talking about?
I asked forgiveness.
Exactly.
On that. So, bye bye. McFoley's leaving. And here's Katie. Yo. We haven't seen y'all haven't seen her in a while. She has grown a lot since y'all last saw her, and we let her tattoo herself, so too as well. Tattoos. So have I ever had conch fritters in the Bahamas? Have we had conch fritters in the Bahamas? No, we have not. Do you have any recommendations on where to go to get conch fritters in the Bahamas? Because I am afraid of some. Here's the deal: if you eat at a street stand, you just know that the food is good. Just don't ask where they got it from. That's the thing. And what I've heard is eat what the locals eat because they're okay. But
and always pack Imodium.
And always pack diarrhea medicine. So because you never know when your boots will leak on that. So but that's but hopefully I'd love to start doing some cruise vlogging and stuff because we love to do cruising. We love to take vacations. Our next con that we're going to go to is in Huntsville. It's going to be the Huntsville Pop Culture Con in Huntsville, Alabama, and Weird Al Yankovic's going to be there. Ernie Hudson. A lot of different people are going to be there, but we're excited about Weird Al. I want to get him to autograph maybe my Transformer stuff because of his Bob. Anyway, no, that was Eric Idle, but he sang the Dare to Be Stupid song on that. So Katie Sue is getting taller on that, so she is definitely
crazy hair.
Yeah, and Leon's getting larger. But anyway. Uh, Good night, honey. I'll be up in just a little bit. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm waiting until we get to 0 viewers. When I can get to 0, I know I've done my job and bored everybody. So, but but no, yeah, Katie's getting taller. We've got a bunch of YOLO Park model kits to do, so we're going to do that as a family. I've got the Park Transformers 1 model kits, and I've also got the Blockies Transformers 1 model kits. And I have yet to see someone do like a Blockies versus YOLO Park. And so that's what I want to do, is I want to kind of do that, especially from someone who's not really good at building models, to see which one is great for beginners and which one looks better and that kind of stuff too as well. It's like Team YOLO Park, Team Blockies, Team Magic Square, Team New Age, Team Hasbro, Team Not Hasbro on that. So Zane, are you going to back the HasLab? Maybe, yes, no, possibly, no, I don't know. That would be cool. I'd have to find an 86 movie vinyl, because that would be cool to get him to autograph that. And I wish I could have gone to MegaCon, because Judd Nelson was there, and that would have been cool to get his autograph as Hot Rod, where most people would get it on Breakfast Club or St. Elmo's Fire and all that kind of stuff. Judd Nelson is Hot Rod for me. But yeah, that an 86 movie vinyl would be very awesome to have autographed on that. So, but yeah, I am excited about the HasLab. I know we talked about it on the Forge on Sunday night. So I know we're seeing a very, very, very early copy of Lio Kaiser. If you're not watching Transformers Victory, let me give you a hint where you can go watch it. You can watch it on YouTube. Definitely watch it in subtitle, because the dubbed version is not that great. But watch it in subtitle, and you'll see why that's my second favorite one. Happy with Iron Factory. I'm happy with it too. I haven't opened it yet, so I will be doing a review on it, but I definitely want to get that. I just love all things Victory, so I think I'm going to get it. I think I will. Um, I want to see more about it and things like that, but I am hoping that if I back Lio Kaiser, that maybe we get a Road Caesar. Not just because me personally is backing it, but because if people back it, that they keep seeing the demand for Hasbro. I don't think we'd ever get a Road Caesar mainstream or mainline, because it would just sit on the shelves. But then again, who knows? I mean, the Victory Galaxy Shuttle, we never got in the States, but it was sitting on shelves in Canada and places like that. So, and I think now we've got it, and so I'd love to see how good Galaxy Shuttle's doing. But I'd love to see that get back, so we can get a Road Caesar, and maybe that would be one. I'd love to see them do a Transformers like Hasbro Pulse exclusive of Landcross, since we got a Dino King. All that too as well. I want to get the rest, because all Hasbro really needs to do, because we've got Victory Saber, we've got Deathsaurus, we're getting Lio Kaiser, we've got Dino King. If you want to count Titan's Return, we've got Sky Shadow, or Black Shadow, or whatever you want to call them. We also got I think Minerva, Wheeljack, and Perceptor, who were in the show. So what we need left is Great Shot, we need Road Caesar, we need Landcross, and we need Blue Bacchus. And I think that would kind of round out the Victory cast. If I missed anyone, let me know. But I think that's what we need. And I would like to see them do another Black Shadow or a Sky Shadow or whatever. But I think we got a good one in the Titans Return one. So but yeah, I would love to see, or Iron Factory, since they're doing Lio Kaiser, maybe they're delving into the Transformers Victory side of things, and maybe might do Road Caesar or and those guys too as well. I know that DX9 Mini, which is kind of being helped with by Magic Square, is doing Super God Master Force. So we're getting a God Ginrai, and we're also getting Overlord and some of the are they headmasters? I forget what they're called. Pretenders on that too as well. I don't know what they're called, but we're getting those too as well as that. One of the things you'll find out about me, I mispronounce things. I call things by the wrong name. I put Voltron together wrong. I put blue where yellow should be and yellow where blue should be. I do it the Power Ranger style. Right now, I think it's just going to be a running gag for me to always put Blue Lion on the wrong leg and see how many people catch that. And you may say, well, how many more Voltrons do you have? I got a lot. That Super Bowl, yeah. Did you see the vid where Avenger Hulk cartoon pound Loki except for the Hulk's face? I did not see that. I I'm a Here's the thing, Zane. I am a Kansas City fan, and everyone asked me what happened to my team. I said we didn't pay the refs enough. So it was a bad game all around for my team, man. They did a good job at stopping Barkley, but they didn't do a good job at anything else. I mean, they had Mahomes' number and stuff like that. But you know what? We will rebuild and we will rise from the ashes on that. And I'll tell you this much: it was not my favorite Super Bowl from a presentation standpoint. I thought Fox did not do a good job. The little ticker for the scores, um, the little ticker for the score was just looked like someone did that in a graphic design project in high school. And then the halftime show, I could give it a take. It was okay. Commercial wise, my favorite commercial would have to be the seal with Mountain Dew. That one was pretty good. And then and here's the thing, and you probably watched this on the Forge. I had a pizza debacle during the Super Bowl, so I ordered a pizza at 6:25, and I know my first mistake, and y'all may say, "Oh, well, they got their own." I ordered Little Caesars, okay, folks, on a budget. You saw all the stuff I just unpacked. I had to get Little Caesars. I couldn't afford the premium Papa John's or Pizza Hut there, so I had to get Little Caesars, and so I ordered it for delivery. So I did spring for delivery, and so DoorDash was supposed to get. So 6:25, I ordered it. Order is supposed to be done by 7. 7 o'clock, I get a notification that the Dasher is there waiting for my order. And then I get a notification that the Dasher left and they're preparing it. Then I get a notification another Dasher, and it kept going and going. And so then I had to start the Forge. The last Dasher at 10 o'clock in the evening, mind you, said, "Hey, I'm here to pick up your pizza." And I said, "Great. It's been a long time, 3.5 hours." And they're like, "Oh my gosh." And then they said, "Someone picked up your pizza." And I was like, "It wasn't me because I'm still hungry." And then they canceled the order. So that was my pizza debacle for the Super Bowl. And so what the lesson I learned is either A, pick it up myself, or B, don't order Little Caesars. Or don't order pizza on Super Bowl Sunday. Just eat cereal. But yeah, Super Bowl was not great. I didn't care for it. But yeah, that's about all I got, folks. So I'm gonna get to bed because I do have to get up a little bit early. I can't wait to review this stuff. I may review Robotech before I do review any of the other stuff because yeah, I do need to get that one out. I do need to get this Bandai. Look, all this stuff back here, and then my closet full of stuff. I don't know if y'all saw the big blockies. Those are cool too as well. And then the other one I'm really excited about that I do have is this guy right here. This is the Fire Valkyrie, and the reason why I'm excited about the VF-19 Fire Valkyrie because Takara and Macross are doing a crossover with Basura Prime, which is going to be the Fire Valkyrie, and I'm super excited about that. So that's why I got this guy here. Don't My favorite was that I didn't see the Jeep commercial, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch that because typically commercials are usually why we watch the Super Bowl, not for anything else, but the commercials on that. So, but I thought I made a good decision with Little Caesars when I watched the commercial with Eugene Levy and his eyebrows went floating off on that. I thought that was a pretty funny commercial too, as well. The Ben Affleck one just did not do it for me for Dunkin' Donuts. That was a little dumb. But yeah, that's all I really got. Anyone else have anything you want to talk about? Anything you want me to answer? Anything you want to do? But yeah, I've got probably about 5 or 10 more minutes that I can do. For those of y'all that are jumping in late, we just did a mailbox unboxing, and this is the big piece de resistance that I did get was the Fallout T60 power armor. So from 3.0. So that is really cool. Another thing that I did get was the Izuku Midoriya SH Figure Arts. Cannot wait for that one. Then I did get the MMC reformatted Carnifex, aka Overlord. Now I know everyone likes the fans hobby Overlord, and I still want to get that one, but I've heard nothing but great things about this guy. I'd like to find the upgrade kit. The upgrade kit is out of print, so it's going to be very hard to find. But this is more of the IDW version, but you can kind of see he has that sword, has the bigger gun. That was the complaint that I saw the Fans Hobby one, and the Fans Hobby one. The this is kind of makes them a little bit unstable. Is that ship part right there? So I'm really excited about this guy, the Carnifex, and I saw MGO do a review on this and do a review on the Double Evil one. So I've seen both reviews, but I'm really excited. Uh, ooh, 2 copies of DX9. I need the DX9. Sideswipe is mine and Zane Bono's favorite figure because that was my very first Transformer I ever got. That my dad, who adopted me, got me was that. But I do need that. I heard it is freaking amazing on that. So I loved how that looks. So that is one that I'm in a game in the Transformers Underground that hopefully I can win it. I've only got one shot in it. I've been on a losing streak with the Underground, so hopefully I can win that. If not, I'll probably end up pulling the trigger and getting that one. But yes, voting in the Facebook group. When are you going to make a video so Billy and I can see what you? Maybe I'll do. Maybe that'll be one of my place to be videos. And Zane, if you're welcome, if you ever want to come on, you just let me know and we'll make it happen. But yes, I will do that video and I will show you everything I have not opened yet, and you all will be embarrassed and surprised. I have a lot of stuff right now that I'm selling because I know I'll probably never get to it. So just to kind of recoup some of the costs and so that I can buy more stuff, and that I'm also looking at transitioning to vintage slash legend scale, as well as I've been getting into Japanese robots. So I've been looking into like basically the inspiration of Transformers. And so if you haven't watched, I just recently did a review on Groiser X. And if you don't know who Groiser X is, I would encourage you. It's on YouTube. You can find the anime there. But it's a freaking amazing. Action Toys did a freaking amazing job on that. It's sitting on my wall over there. Let me see if I can turn this around if you all can see. That's my wall of mixed media where I'm eventually going to start filming, but it's back that way. And this is my messy room right now. That's my filming area right over there. This is where some of my stuff is on shelves. I'm rearranging a lot of stuff. So I've got my pop culture wall over there. I've also got a Star Wars wall. I don't know if y'all see all those posters there, but I'm trying to redo this room. It's my wife has let me keep it as my man cave to do stuff like reviews and things like that. So, but yeah, I've really stopped doing Star Wars reviews. I've may do a few here and there, but I may do those with Hot Toys. The Hot Toys is something I'm kind of getting into now too as well. But yeah, they just haven't done well for my channel. The things that have done well for my channel, believe it or not, are my Voltron videos and my anime videos. But I do want to get yeah, my Legends. It's like, where's Waldo? If you can you find Inferno amongst everyone, right? So there we go. But I'm in the process right now also of collecting all the G1 combiners. So far I've got Devastator. I did the review on Minosaur. I've got a Superion to review. I've got an Abominus to review. I've got a Computron. I've got most of Bruticus. So I do need to get some more Bruticus. And then I need to get who else? Piranacon, that one, the sea monster, which you know that one. And who else do I need to get? I know I'm missing a combiner. I know I'm missing one. If I get into the Japanese continuity, then my white whale is going to be Lio Kaiser to try to get that and Road Caesar. But yeah, I don't remember who else I'm missing from G1 combiners. Now I'm talking. It has to be more than 2 robots. It has to be more than 2 robots to combine because I know there's 2 robots that can, and things like that too as well. But yeah, that's one of my goals. I'm trying to refine my focus. I'm trying, as my ADD brain keeps going out and about, I'm trying to refine it, focus a little bit better, get narrower. But yeah, my channel's really been growing based off of my anime and Voltron videos, Transformers videos, do get some views. I'm still trying to work on my presentation, cleaning up a little bit. I think I'll always stay as the first impression, but I thought about maybe revisiting some of these too as well. But yeah, it sucks that Star Wars didn't do well as well. I hate that Star Wars didn't do great. I wish it did, but it did not. I'll tell you what I'm going to do so that everyone can see the chat. I'm using this restream. So far, it's been pretty good, but there's some things to kind of just get it around there. So new comments will display here. So yeah, there we go. So everyone can see the chat going on now. Yes, refined focus is something collectors really. It is tough. The funny thing is one and part of my neurodivergency is like once I get locked into something, you got to collect everything of that, right? And so that's why for the longest time I tried not to get into Marvel Legends because I knew if I got into that, I would just fall down this rabbit hole. Because at the time I was in McFarlane, Star Wars, Transformers, and then I got into anime. And so now I've got Marvel Legends and then Hot Toys. Oh my gosh, So I'm just trying to figure out how to refine all that stuff. Did you check out the anime I messaged you, Blue Eyes? I have not checked that out yet. That is on my list to do, but I have not checked it out yet. I'm in the middle of. If you're not watching it, Solo Leveling, it's freaking amazing. And if you haven't watched the latest episode, probably some of the most top-notch animation I've seen in a long time. It like rivals Unfoldable with Demon Slayer and Mappa. That episode, and I'm not going to spoil it for anybody because it just came out last week. Is Gosh, and if you're not Solo Leveling is if you're not watching that, you need to watch that anime. It is freaking amazing right now. It is so good. I love it. I think it's great. My wife loves it. She's read all the books already. I'm reading the manhwa of it, but it's a really good one. I just finished Tower of God. I need to watch Blue Eye Samurai. That's one that's on my list. I'm watching Sakamoto Days. That's another fun one. And then Tokyo Ghoul. I just started too as well. I keep doing the thumbs up, and it keeps giving me that. But yeah, if y'all have animes that you want to shoot me, you can shoot it to me at Jimmy G at thegoodandthebadtheawesome.com, and I'll watch those. I thought about doing an anime segment, like what's new in anime, what's new in Transformers, and that kind of stuff. I may not do what's new in Transformers. I'm going to leave that for the Forge, for us doing that. But I may do what's new in other stuff, comic books, anime, action figures, that kind of stuff. I thought about kind of doing that. So yeah, Solo Leveling is what it's called. It's on Crunchyroll. There's 1.5 seasons out right now, and it's brutal and it's really good. It's a really great anime on that. So, but um, that I and what got me into anime was my daughter. She was liking Demon Slayer, and so she wanted me to watch that, and so I started watching that, and I just fell in love with it. I wanted to find, with your kids, you always try to find common ground and common interests that you can relate to them with, and so we would go to conventions, and she would point out all these anime cosplayers, and I knew none of them, and I would point out all these Star Wars and other pop culture cosplayers, and she knew none of those. I will not. There are certain anime I will not watch with the girls on that ever. Like Dan to Dan. No, not for kids on that one. So, so I got into anime mainly because of her. But the really cool thing is she's getting into Transformers. So her favorite Transformer is Shockwave. And so anytime I find a Shockwave figure, I try to get it for her. And my other daughter, Katie, she likes Bumblebee. When we went and saw the Transformers 1 movie, something just like flipped in their brain. And so for those that didn't like the Transformers 1 movie, I'm going to tell you this. I love it well, not only was it a good movie, but I love it because my kids are getting into Transformers because of that movie. And I always say this about the movies, as much as we maybe don't like the Bayverse movies, some of people don't like it. that is somebody's Transformers. Just like with Star Wars, episode 1, 2, and 3, that's somebody's Star Wars. Mine is 4, 5, and 6. 7, 8, and 9 is somebody else's Star Wars. I feel bad for them, but that is their Star Wars. But and the more I watch 1, 2, and 3, they grow on me. And like for example, Revenge of the Sith is probably my second favorite movie behind The Empire Strikes Back. The lightsaber scenes, friggin' amazing. The dialogue was horrible, but man, Hayden Christensen got a lot of hate he shouldn't have gotten, and so did but Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen, that lightsaber battle was off the charts. And then they did it again in the Kenobi show, which top 5 lightsaber battles ever. That Kenobi one was really really great on that. So yeah, I can go on and talk about all things pop culture because that's the thing that I love. And that's fun. I don't know. I'm not a master of the subjects. Like I know people that know Transformers lore like it's nobody's business. I'm just like, this is a freaking cool robot that turns into a car. You should get it. That's the way I am on that. So, or this is a freaking cool guy that has a sword or whatever it may be. Because what's funny is I started collecting Bleach characters, but I've never watched Bleach because the reason why is he's got a big A sword, and I just was like, yes, I love this. This looks really cool. And I butchered the names. I butchered the crap out of the names. I got crucified in some of the comments on that. So um, I didn't hear anything about Paramount working on that. So I'm assuming that with back with Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox, that'll be interesting. I mean, again, uh, I've got mixed feelings. I mean, Dark of the Moon wasn't bad. I just didn't like any of the other ones. Um, the but yeah, that Dark of the Moon Megatron, I do want to get New Ages version of it. It looks freaking amazing. It's a masterpiece scale, which again, I don't collect a lot of masterpiece, but there again, I'm also a character collector, so I will collect a bunch of characters. You can see all my Voltrons back there, and I've got a bunch of Primes over here. So I'm a character collector, but that Megatron from Dark of the Moon, so cool, and Megatron with a shotgun, it just kind of reminds me of like Robot Hobo with a shotgun. That's kind of what it is. So it looks freaking amazing. But yeah, big swords. If you give me a sword on anything, I'll get it. That's why I've collected all the Iron Factory Samurai series. Haven't opened them yet, Zane Bono. That's be part of that review where you can see all the stuff I haven't opened, but the swords. And I am so looking forward to that Iron Factory Minosaur because that looks crazy, especially with that shockwave. With that, he can be a bow. Done. I love it. I'm a big feudal Japan. Love is it Kurosawa? I think that's how you pronounce his name. Seven Samurai. I also like Zatoichi, the Blind Swordsman, Lone Wolf and Cub. If you haven't watched Lone Wolf and Cub, if you want to watch a more like kind of like condensed version, then you want to look at Shogun Assassin, is what it is. And that was the movie. Fun fact that if you're watching Kill Bill in Kill Bill Volume 2, that they're watching and things like that. But Shogun Assassin is basically Lone Wolf and Cub, just cut to some of the good stuff on that. So, but and I think that's why I love Star Wars is because Star Wars is based in a lot of the Japanese lore with samurai and also a little bit of Dune mixed in there, a little bit of westerns. I got into westerns because of my dad. I hated westerns when I started first watching, but then I really started getting into them because it's just that the Man with No Name trilogy with Clint Eastwood, the Outlaw Josie Wales. I know a lot of people say the Outlaw of Josie Wales. I will correct you, the Outlaw Josie Wales. But yeah, I did check out some more of that channel's work. Yeah, Omni Man one is not the one you want to watch around the kids, but that stop motion definitely. I don't know if you posted it on a lot of channels, but you should definitely post that because it's really really cool. The stop motion Vader and Soups. It's like this just weird cool timeline thing. It's really really cool on that. But what was I talking about? Again, my ADD kicks in on that. So, but yeah, we're getting to 10:30 here Eastern time. I know some of y'all maybe like you're like the night is still young, folks. Let's go for it. But yeah, thank you again, CY Ho from Kicks Generation Toys. for the amazing figures. Also, thank you. I don't remember where I got this Daltonius, but I can't wait to do that. The bad part is I've got this Daltonius and this Daltonius. So one of them I'm trying to sell. That I'll try to sell off, but I haven't decided which one. This is the 50th anniversary. Not the 50th. This is the anniversary one, so it comes with the animation accurate head on it. I'm wanting to find this cartoon on YouTube. Check out site name Extreme Sets. Man, DM me that in Facebook because I will forget. Because I would love to get Japanese dioramas to go with my Iron Factory Samurai Series. I always said that would be an amazing cartoon comic book. I know they did kind of a Japanese samurai kind of cartoon with Transformers. It didn't go over really well, but I really want one set in almost like it's like a feudal Japan, but maybe it's a feudal Cybertron, where you do have these Optimus Prime and all these people with samurai swords, the code of honor, and a Cybertron that's made of metal, but with the old school looking Taisho era Japan buildings and stuff like that. I think that would be freaking amazing. Kind of like what they did with the Star Wars Visions, with the Ronin, that one with the Japanese samurai, and he had the red saber, and that I could do like Star Wars. If you're watching this, which you're probably not, Favreau, if for some reason this comes along your feed and you're watching it at this very moment because it's a divine just appointment from God Himself, make a series on that Ronin from Star Wars because I would watch that as well as a lot of other people too as well. I did get into One Piece, and that is one I'm trying to get my kids to watch, but they won't. Now I'm only 15 episodes in and I stopped. And the main reason why is because I'm waiting for is it Netflix? Is it Netflix that's remaking it where they're giving you kind of the more condensed version? Not the live action one, but they're taking the cartoon, they're remastering it. I plan on getting back into it, but it's just like once you get into that rabbit hole, because it is a long one. And you know what would suck about One Piece if they finally find the One Piece? And it ends up being the One Piece is the friends you made along the way. And here's all these people that gave up thousands of hours and years of their life going, that's the One Piece. But I loved what Christopher Sabat, if you watched that interview that he did from Fanboy, he said, what if the One Piece is a button and they go and you push it and it just rewinds and starts everything over again? It goes, oh, this is the One Piece. Just push the button and it just kind of resets like the Matrix. It just resets everything. But it'll be interesting because the One Piece is real. Don't know what it is, but it'd be kind of interesting to see that. But it's a really cool series. I've got some of the figures, and I've been collecting some of the figures. I do love Roronoa. He's a really cool source. Luffy at first started getting on my nerves, but I kind of like him now. Uh, but just like Attack on Titan, Aaron Yeager, I started Attack on Titan and like 2 episodes in, I quit because he was so annoying. And then a buddy of mine says, "No, get through to like the third or fourth episode, and you'll get hooked." And boy, ever did I get hooked. Attack on Titan. If you haven't watched that series, folks, I would encourage you to do that. It is freaking amazing. It is awesome. Amazing Yamaguchi has some figures coming out of the Titans. They have the armored Titan, the female Titan, and then of course Aaron Yeager's Attack Titan that's coming out. And I'm looking forward to getting those figures because that would be so crazy. I'd love to get a Colossal Titan. It's got to probably be like that big though on that. But yeah, Attack on Titan and another anime if you're not watching. Uh, you and Billy teaming together make well thank you things right. Uh, it has so much potential, similar to Bot versus Con with Bobby and James. What's funny is I never met them. We went to TF Con and they were there, and I didn't get a chance to meet them. I'd love to meet them too as well because I watched their stuff and they got a really great dynamic. And That's the way kind of I am. I'm very easygoing. Billy's an amazing talker and is a wealth of knowledge. And so I'm hoping the Forge really takes off and really does some great stuff. I can't wait. And Zane, Bono, I hope you're going to TFCon Chicago because both Billy and I will be there. We'll be doing some live shows for the Forge at TFCon Chicago at Tim Reagan's table. So hopefully we can get some interviews and get some things going. We want to have a blast with that. But again, if you don't know this about me, y'all, I am an introvert at heart. So I do not go out. And so one of the goals that I made last year into this year was to network better. And that's how I got to meet Ultra Megatronus and Diecast Norbs, Darth Ravitch. Got to meet a bunch of other people and Billy. That's how I got to kind of connect with Billy too. I'm still freaked out to talk to like Patriot Prime and those guys. I don't know what to say to them. Uh, but uh, but um, but yeah, that's really cool, and I just love it. It's a really cool community that you get to be around of people that just love this stuff called Transformers or anime or whatever it may be on that. So, but yeah, that's I'm just kind of like tap dancing now with stuff. So, but yeah, guys, really appreciate it. I'll try to do this. I'll try to kind of what I do is as I get boxes in, I'll just kind of let them pile up. Because then, and I'll try to do every now and then just live unboxings of these boxes. You won't see me unbox the toys in them because that's part of my shtick, folks, is I like to do first reactions. So that's why maybe I miss an articulation or I miss a form or I miss something like that because, again, this is my first reactions. I look at the instructions mainly to figure out how to transform things or something like that. But I want that fresh feeling because I want everyone to have that same feeling as when you were a kid and you opened up a Christmas present and you're like, oh wow, that's great. Nacho Libre. I should wear a Nacho Libre mask. Nacho, get that corn out of my face. Love quoting that movie. I even thought about wearing sunglasses, but I know that Jobby the Hong does that, and so does who's that other one? Neistat. What's his name? Casey. Uh, Casey Neistat. Is that his name? Wear sunglasses because I just don't like these bags under my eyes. And so I thought wearing sunglasses might be good, but I don't want to be like, oh, you're just trying to be like Jobby or you're trying to be like this or something like that. So that's why I gotta be me. So anyway, but yeah, you can start seeing my age is starting to show. I turned 50 March 19th. I don't have as many wrinkles as I should. I eat a lot of Oreos, so I try to stay fat to puff out the wrinkles. So that way it just doesn't show off that much. But once I lose a lot of weight, then I'll just look like, this blob. I look like a fat bastard at the end of Austin Powers Goldmember doing the Jared Subway diet on that. So, but no, thank you all again. And so we'll do more of these unboxings and things like that. But I'm going to get ready to sign off. Y'all are amazing. Thank you. Continue to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. I do have memberships if you want to be a member. What do you get for being a member? You get my love right now until I can get more members on that too as well. But hopefully, you do what you love until you can love what you do. And so this is what I'm doing is I'm doing what I love with this stuff. And eventually, hopefully, you never know. Maybe this might turn into something. Maybe it might not. I know people say don't look at making money on YouTube, but there are people that do it. So we'll see what happens. But I will never compromise who I am. I am a positive dude who likes to tell you all to stay awesome. And hopefully someday I do have an idea for a channel just about positivity and helping others too as well. So in the meantime, y'all remember, stay young, have fun, and be awesome. We'll talk to each and every single one of you later. Bye-bye now. End the stream. Gotta end it. Do like Naked Gun.